Hello everyone, welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Don't say it like that. And we are asking, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? And stuff. Yes, that's exactly what we should... Be quiet, you. Quiet, you. How dare you ask and agree with me? And then what the escapee has done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? That was really a foreign concept to me. How dare a departed soul want to actually talk to someone who lives? Doesn't make sense to me. Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eni Monet. Oh god. Who was sleeping in the side room at Eni Monet. I'm not. Oh, this is going to be great. I think you can see where this is headed. The way she moves actually kind of reminds me of Frank Sarwit from the first game. Which now that I think about it, his name kind of sounds like Frank Sarwit. Oh, maybe that's the one. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Inimine. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. If that's what most people call it, I can't understand what that means. And I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Oh, Judge. Now then. Wrong voice. Miss Monet. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, my affair. Is that correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? You're actually asking? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. I'm gonna have to stand with Phoenix on that. Witness testimony. After the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like really suddenly. I haven't mentioned this, or maybe I have, but I just love the flashing testimony. This is the testimony. You can't do anything here. For this is the testimony. Anyway, it was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Oh, it hurts to say. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor? Smoke. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Monet. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why didn't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Oh, by the way, this is odd. I'm pressing the button, and it's doing the skip text, but it's doing the skip text a bit quicker thing you do once you've completed the case. Theoretically, when I shut down my game, I didn't think it would remember that, because the save is set back before the case ends. But apparently the game's like, well, we could autosave, but no, we're just going to autosave the fact that you can skip text. I appreciate it, for the sake of time, which I am now wasting. Of course. Miss Monet, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. I think this track is actually called Reminiscence, Scars Carved in Fire. revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Edie? She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yeah. There, you satisfied, Your Honor? Oops, suspicion. Still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It's a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. Not the end for me, douchebags! What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Yes! Of course it was, Phoenix. See? Mia, what do you mean? How bad at this art? No, it's well constructed, but that's all it is. Even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose end and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Ooh. Yet again, foolishly fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. Dribble? Should it be dribble? I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Hey, Francisca, what day is this? Is this the second day? Did you not manage to get your verdict within the first day of examining the witness because you were wrong? Okay. Cross-examination after the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Hold it! Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there was sesame seeds, like, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, like, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? I wish I was on the boat with you. Anyways, you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. Hold it! Probably shouldn't delay it. Do you know the time? Like, maybe a little before 11 AM? Something like that, I think. 11 AM? Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when the someone came into your room? Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Wait, how'd this person enter the siren? It's like the perfect defense, isn't it? Annoy someone so much they don't want to ask you the question. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Hold it! Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. Well, Mr. Anderson. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. I don't have shades. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright? The defense rests. I wish I could rest. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. How did you feel when you saw Miss Manette? I hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. Hold it! How dare you have emotion? You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. Wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like know all about the Kurain channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognised that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Should I drop this line of question? No, let's question further. So you really didn't think anything was strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But... No! Don't keep battering her. You know the phrase, objection? Can you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. The question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important? It's very important. Because I just remembered how to get past this section. It's very important. I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Slam. Alright. Mr. Wright. Miss Monet, please amend your testimony. Like, okay. I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all. And like her costume looked like totally like normal. Oh, Minnie. Thank you. Objection! That was a very well-spun line, Miss Amy. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Whoops. Miss Monet, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah? And? But I don't really think you thought that at all. Take a look at this picture. Oh ho. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone like this appeared before you. The blood spray. Because I am. Miss Monet, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Because I'm... Order! Order! Miss Monet, what is the meaning of this? Miss Monet? I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me! There! What are you staring about your... Her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people did that when they got on the stand though. First of all, calm yourself down, witness. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap. What was that just now? Now hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a lot shake up. A lot of help he's gonna be. Witness testimony after the murder, part 2. Still a testimony. Like, the side room is like kind of dark, you know? It's like the costume is like purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. I like persuaded my sister it was like right to do something like that. And then like I took my sister to the channeling chamber. I remember what to do here now as well. I like it when that happens. Yes, now I see. And you've given us a clear reason why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Cross-examination. After the murder, part 2. Let's do this. Oh, we're at Allegro. Like, the side room was like kinda dark, you know? Hold it! Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Objection! Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how's my statement any more subjective than Miss Monet's? You were such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. I can't breathe. Let me out of here. Oh, Phoenix. So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. Hold it! You didn't see the blood. Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. And I like persuaded my sister it wasn't like right to do something like that. Hold it! And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Monet, like at the time? Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think like she knew. She like said she did something really bad. And like she said she wanted to go with me to like apologize to Miss Morgan. Didn't Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah? Really? And then like I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Hold it! Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. It's maybe like taking revenge on Dr. Gray like made her feel a lot better. Don't imply that it's a good thing. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Monet? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, just out of place? Something out of place? Like, when do you mean? When? When you... Huh. We're going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Well, what? Press harder. Kaslam. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can. Kaslam. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? It's very important. So I just remembered something. You remember the pot and pearl? We got it! We got it! I asked because it is very important. Well, I know where I'm going with this, again. Very well. Miss Monet, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I like didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. Denied! Objection! You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible! Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep! Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. Kaslam. So, Miss Monet, what do you have to say to that? No! Objection! As this court could see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous! Objection! It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. Well, what sort of foolish... There's no way someone walking along the winding way could have not have noticed Pearl. Let's see... take that! This urn is my proof. Had a moment there, I was like, what was it? Yeah, there we go. An old cracked clay pot? What's that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? That's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke the urn? Yeah! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? Because I am. The urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Aha! And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What?! Slam. Miss Monet. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the iron back together, you see. Slam. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Monet. Because I am. You are a masterful liar! Ah! Tell the truth, 2002. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Monet, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About what you really were at the time of the murder, of course. Objection! The witness just testified about that. That's right! I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There is no way. There's like... Your lies end here! What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Let's see. You said no testimony just now. Early in your testimony, Miss Monet, you made the following statement. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We'd gone to call the police. So? Like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Monet, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. Just like... However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Monet, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber, Cassandra. However, you didn't go there by way of the winding way. We're getting there. But look at the Manor Guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. It's like, where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Monet, please answer the question. Objection! Don't ask a question off of a base assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you'll put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? Just like... You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Ray was Eenie Monet. So now is the time to prove it. Time for some trick and logic. Oh yeah. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Sorry if this part goes on too long, but we're nearly done with this part of the case. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Take that! Miss Monet was here, of course. But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Monet was at the scene of the crime. Slam. Order! That's why there's... Mr. Phoenix, right, have you lost your mind? Yesterday, only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Inea was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Back here. Take that! Here, of course. Remember the box with the bullet hole in? That's what led me to this. Behind the folding screen? Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball! Now, Miss Monet. Once as young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps! As if you know exactly how old I am. No, I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. What the hell is she doing? The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Take that! Miss Monet, how you were able to hide at the scene of the crime is very simple. Oh yeah, pursuit. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny little box, no person could fit in there. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Well, to disprove you when she was hiding from me and... Objection! But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means there's nothing to do with the murder at all! That's right! I was sleeping there, so I should know! That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time! Mr. Wright, do you think you could prove what the clothing box was at the scene of the crime? Yes, I can, with some evidence. And I present a piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Take that! Take a look at this clothing box. Folding screen, bullet hole. Box, bullet hole. See where I'm going with this? You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. Is this... What on earth? Move! I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole! About 8 inches off the ground! A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? Oh ho ho. The folding screen. It has a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. Just like it went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Monet, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order. Order! So you say, objection! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Monet? That is exactly what I'm saying. My dynamic cut-ins also. Miss Eenie Monet, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along, and you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Ray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. What's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Then I have a proposition. The whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Correct. It's not possible. It really isn't possible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. But wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss Monet, you had an accomplice. Hello, Morgan. Finally. This person. If it wasn't someone from Kurain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. If it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have the box to use. Morgan. Fey! Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Monet? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands! Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. My throat needs a minute to calm down. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Bang. Bang. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. That's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... bang. After that, you and the other bandit thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced to enter the chamber. Miss Monet, she immediately covered her own costume in blood and pretended to be Miss Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through! That's precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here! Well, what is one supposed to say? That is the real truth behind this murder. Huh. Who is that, laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world?! Miss Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is... if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Yeah, well, that's... yeah, that's right, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, one other thing. Why would Miss Monet want to kill Dr. Gray? What is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive, I didn't have a motive! A motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of my motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Take that! Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great, now even she is calling me by my full name? Did I do this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes! Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile stupid Grams. I'm going to explain, so please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I wanted revenge, then I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was Dr. Gray. It's a total coincidence he asked me about, you know? She's back to her airhead self. However, you see... No! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. Damn it. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Monet has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have a truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Get out, Baldwin! Go to hell. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, that's what I, told you. Huh? I'm gonna serve you a slice of humble pie. Very well, I'll now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Monet. Hold it! What? Huh? Oh, hello, Mia. Your Honor, please, allow the defense one more minute. Alright. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder, but you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Avalanche is... yeah, I guess, maybe, but... there's also a reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. You want to say that you can prove Miss Monet had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? Yes, I can. I'm not totally confident, but... That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Monet had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination is already ended, after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Miss Phoenix, Wright. And so, the ants toppled the avalanche on which they stood. What? You're supposed to be on my side! Ah! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, that rhymed. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will blow you out of my way. No way! Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey! Wait a sec! Wait! Denied. To be continued. So that was the end of stage 4, part 1, and the next bit is actually truly the final bit. So we'll see you a bit later, either tomorrow or a bit later, because my dad's going to get home. The final part. See you then.